Hey you guys, this is Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. As you can see, I have the pop-out camper out this weekend. I've got my family here at the Wharton State Forest in the beautiful state of New Jersey, so we're not going to be roughing it tonight, but I did want to demo for you guys the Winterial 3-person, 3-season tent. This is a great little tent. I got it in orange right here. These things go for about $90 right now online is what I paid for it. So it looks like my wife just about got dinner ready right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get over and get to it, and then after dinner we'll go ahead and pull this tent out and demo it for you.
I'm waiting for you guys. Done?
have it set up there with the covered awning in the front. That works with just a pair of just your regular hiking poles, sold separately, of course. But that's kind of nice because it gives you a covered area coming out of their tent. They've also got these little areas that stick out in the front, so you've got some space if you want to stick your boots or anything else like that. Inside there, this tent does not have any kind of windows at all, but it does have a couple flaps you can see there for ventilation, and also it does have an entrance on both sides. And this side now doesn't have a covered awning like the front side does, but it does open up all the way. So if you do have two folks backpacking together, that's real nice because you can come out either side. Okay, now looking at the interior of this tent, one thing I will say compared to some backpacking tents I've seen, it's actually got a decent amount of room inside. The height is fairly good, enough that I can get around on my knees without my head hitting the ceiling and kind of move around in the tent. Once again, this is designed as a 3-person tent, so for me and my wife, with just the 2 of us, it gives you enough room for both of us to lay down in here comfortably with our sleep mats and our sleeping bags and all that stuff, and still have room to go ahead and store our gear inside the tent, which is nice. And of course, you do have this covered area in the front. If you want to keep your boots outside, you can actually pull out the hiking poles, drop the front, and that zips down and closes in, so you actually have enclosed space there. As far as the interior, don't expect there to be any kind of hanging pockets or anything like that you might see on some other tents. It's very, very basic in order to keep the weight down, so it's just the bare minimum of what you need. But overall, a decent amount of interior space. I will say though, I'm only about 5'6", and when I lay down in this tent, I almost go from end to end. So if you're a taller person, you may find yourself having to lay diagonally or kind of lay in the fetal position to really fit inside this tent. As I mentioned previously, I would go ahead and get a footprint for this tent. I have one, but I didn't show it in the video for the sake of not confusing anybody. That is not included, but I would definitely recommend that. And even for me, looking at the material of the floor of this tent, it's not the thickest, so I wouldn't imagine it has like the best abrasion resistance in the long term. But overall, a very good tent, a very good value at what I paid for it, for about 90 bucks. This is a 3-season tent. Thin material is not going to be great for winter, but any other time of the year, this is definitely a tent that I would recommend. Once again, this is Will with Happily Ever Outdoors, and this is the Winterial 3-person, 3-season tent. An all-around great value if you're looking to fit 3 people in a compact backpacking tent, right around 5 pounds, or 2 people if you like to have a little extra space and have your gear. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to leave your comments below.